Time now is 10:41 a.m. in the morning on February 13th, 2025. Yeah. February 13th. Um yeah. It's not Friday, it's Thursday. I don't know. I slept from 5:05 to 10:40. 5:05 to 10:40. So it's 5.5 hours. Not too bad, not the worst. But yeah, I did sleep earlier last night. I was watching The Untold Story and I was gonna finish it, but I kept falling asleep. So I'm like, well, might as well fucking go to bed right now. But yeah, Pulse 4K Blu-ray did not come. It's lost in the transit. Yeah, but I really need to sleep earlier. That should be a priority. So yeah, tonight 4:30. Actually, I went to bed at like 4:55 ish. Oh yeah, 4:30 tonight or just 4 a.m., you know. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that shit. Um yeah, oh my god. I'm so tired. It's raining dogs and cats right now. It's raining really bad. So, I'm wearing Crocs today. I'm crocking up, grabbing an umbrella. Yeah, I'm crocking up. I'm gonna crock up, man. And, I'm doing religion class and then directly CTCS 192. I'll probably leave early again. They're playing Thelma and Louise. I've seen that film. I'm going home and I'm making myself a bowl of noodles. Uh, yeah. I guess that's it. I guess I guess that's it. I don't really have too much else to say. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. Short film. Remain in Light. Uh, I realized Glenn told me he's not free, so this boils down the number of extras who can show up in the classroom to just be Mia. So literally no one else is available. That's great. I put out an Instagram story, but of course no one else. No one is DMing me. So that's great. I could put Rachel in there too. To be fair. Yeah. Fuck. Wow, it was really raining bad. Yeah. Part of me is thinking maybe I shouldn't even go to school. But I have to go to school. I need to get the permits. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it.
No, no, not again. Not again. No, not again. What?
Okay, time now 7:49 p.m. I just finished lunch and I am back at home after a very long shower, and let's talk about today. Yeah, woke up, felt like shit. And interesting things continue to happen. Or more like instead of NIHT, I think every single day these days, every single day something happens. I go to school and something mildly interesting happens. Whether it is running into someone I know, or is it doing something important slightly, every single day is mildly interesting. And it's been consistently mildly interesting since like 5 weeks ago, which is a good thing. I'd rather something mildly interesting happens than nothing happens and then suddenly it's an explosion of insanity and then nothing happens. Anyways, I digress. Woke up and back to sleep for 10 more minutes. And then I had about 40-ish minutes. So I heated up, put in the oven a carrot cake, cupcake, and then made myself a hot chocolate. And I had it for breakfast. And oh my god, 40 minutes was not enough. I don't know why. I mean, yeah, there's also, brushing my teeth and, the whole process of heating up the cupcake and everything, but still. So, yeah, it was raining dogs and cats. It was raining shit. It was raining dog shit. It was raining really, really bad, and I was in my Crocs. I was prepared. I was in disposable clothes, and by disposable, I mean clothes that I will wear one more time, and then I'm not wearing it again. And I'm in Crocs, and I got an umbrella, and I'm ready to roll. And oh my god, was it terrible. And somehow I still managed to miss the bus. I think I walk slower whenever I'm in Crocs. But yeah, I somehow missed the bus and watched the bus fly past my fucking face. And for a moment I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just walk to school. 20 something minutes, under heavy rain, on Crocs. My pants are all wet, by the way. My pants is like wool pants, so it's completely fucking wet. And then I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna stand here at the bus stop, wait half an hour, and take the next bus. Because the thing is, yeah, I'm gonna be late to religion class, but I think I'd rather be late to religion class than to tire myself and be soaking wet in the rain and be super tired. Like, that would be an even bigger chore. So I just listened to music and waited at the bus stop until the next bus came. I took that bus, went to religion class, and I was eventually late for nearly 15 minutes. But it's okay. I don't think I missed that much. Today's religion class is really lecture heavy, except for the part where we suddenly had to practice Qi exercise, like Tai Chi. It's a different. Qi and Tai Chi are different, but Tai Chi, whatever. But yeah, there's a little mirror exercise again, and then that's it. And then I went to SCA for CTCS 192, and I thought, oh right, the hospital, duh. So before going into SCA, I made a phone call at a spot where there's shade, and I called Team Health, and I tried to figure out, because here's the issue. 2 months ago, back in December, I strained my wrist, and I went to the hospital to check if it's broken. It's not. Hola, hola, hello. I was gonna say hello and hola together. Hola. I'm insane. I'm going insane. It's okay. So, I called Team Health. So Team Health told me I'm owing them $532, and then the health chart tells me I owe them $747. So I don't know which one is the real one. And of course, the worst case scenario is that I have to pay both of them, which is the case. So I called them. Thankfully, they picked up pretty fast. Told them my last name and date of birth. And The woman had like a thick southern accent, but thank God I was able to tell what she's saying for the most part. But explains to me. So first of all, right now, your Team Health website says $0 because we're still figuring out the insurance. We're still processing it, but in 5 more business days, we'll let you know what amount of money you need to pay. Second of all, I asked her, like, why are there two numbers? Why are there two different amounts? Which one should I pay? And she's like, oh, they're both bills. Like they're both bills you have to pay. And I'm like, oh, why is that? And then she explains that the one Team Health is sending me, $532, that's the profession bill. I heard her say position bill, but I think she's saying profession bill or professional bill. The other one, the chart, 747, that's a facility bill. So I'm getting first-hand experience of the amazing, glorious American health system. $1,280. And may I remind you, another 1,400-ish already claimed by my school's health insurance. So $3,700 just to check a strained arm. 3,700. That is like 2.5 months of rent. That is all my Blu-rays times 1.5. That is... That's a lot of money. So, it's so crazy. It's absolutely insane. So I need to pay both, but hopefully the insurance at Hong Kong can claim a good portion of that money. So yeah, I had that sorted out, went to see TCS 192, and I was so tired and sleepy, and I felt so cold, and I was so hungry that I could not focus at all. And another thing is, last night I tried to double confirm with Ryan R., the actor who's going to play the main character in Smooth Operator, to see if he's available. And I also told him, so there have been some changes in the schedule, and how about we meet on Sunday? And then he told me, sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm booked all Sunday. Huh! Great! So I rearranged the schedule again. I changed the schedule all over the place again. And now a lot of scenes are going to be filmed on Saturday, and a little bit of them are going to be filmed on Sunday. Which I think is feasible. It's just going to be really tough. It's just going to be really, really tough. So yeah, I really hope Sunday would work. I put out the Instagram to ask people to be extras for my film, and no one responded, aside from Audrey, the Wasian girl, which is surprising. Thank you. But at the same time, Kaylin and Vivian are also asking for extras. And then Jonathan is interested. I don't know how is that gonna possible, but that would be fun, I guess. Liam also said he's down, but I kind of want to turn him down because Liam and Jonathan will not coexist in the same room. Let me tell you that. Oh, speaking of which, I ran into Ava. Oh yeah, anyways, CTCS 192, Linda, the Chinese girl, came and sat next to me. And then I left. I wanted to leave halfway through the lecture, but there were no breaks. The whole lecture is done at around 3:15, and then they started playing Thelma and Louise, and I've seen that film before, so I left. And I realized that my stomach was growling, but the reason why I left is because A, I'm hungry and I need to go home and eat. B, even more importantly, I need to get the permits. So I walked from SCA to the Tudor Canteen Center place, and then I went to the front desk. I was like, hey, is there an administration office? And the woman was like, yep, go to room 425. I went to 4th floor, went to 425. There's an office. There's another front desk there, who then directed me to another woman, a black woman. He saw my permit, and she was like, no. She's like, the place you want to film at is called TCC Quad or TCC Plaza, which is like, yeah, of course, like I would know what's the name of the fucking thing. And then she had a really bad attitude. She's like, no, um, we clearly said that that place is not reservable for filming. And I'm like, okay. Like in my head at that moment, I was thinking, I will film with or without the permits because I don't care anymore. Okay, all my life I've made 8 short films already. I've gotten permits for none of them because filmmaking is about breaking rules. It's about taking risks. I'm not gonna spend a lot of money just so that I could film a couple seconds in a public location. In a private school, I know, but still, I'm a student here, and all the actors and all the people in my crew are students here, and I'm broke, okay? So she was like, "Have you not received the SCA guidelines?" And I'm like, "No." So apparently, there's a guideline of like which exact few locations you can use for filming, which is again total bullshit. I'm gonna totally not follow that. But yeah, she was like, okay, we'll print you the SCA guidelines, and then you take back your permit, and you change your location and come back, or whatever. Don't use the location. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So I left, and in my head I'm just like, well, I'll film with or without the permits anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In normal circumstances, I'd be really stressed, but also I'm like not that stressed out about this really. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So I left, and it was raining so bad. But like, I feel okay with it raining because my backpack is like kind of waterproof. I had an umbrella, and I'm wearing Crocs, so it's less insufferable. So, anyways, I walked, and I thought, you know what? Let's do a little location scouting in the rain, in the heavy rain. So, in the guideline sheet, it says that we could film in Dr. Medicine Crow Center, DMC. And I thought maybe DMC is actually a better location to film that scene than the Tudor Canteen. Because I went to the Tudor Canteen and I was like, yeah, it's not that beautiful of a place. DMC is a bit more visually interesting, just a tad bit. And the reason why I didn't think of DMC at first is because it's a location I go to often, and I don't like filming at locations that I go to often because I don't look at it with a painter's mind. I look at it with my own mind, I guess. Anyways, yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting point because in the world is not enough. I filmed at like hidden playgrounds that I don't go to, that I only go to like once every 2 to 3 years. Like, it's not a key location, but somehow I love it so much because it represents everything I love about my apartment complex. Okay, so I went on location scouting. I walked to DMC and I thought it's pretty good. I went to Levy Library and I realized it's pretty bad. Doesn't look good. And I was brainstorming where else could I film. And then I realized a GSF could be a good spot for that one shot of the main character standing in front of a building looking lost. And then I'm like, no, it's not good enough. So I went to Annenberg Hall, New Annenberg, and I'm like, you know what? This is good. This is beautiful. I can film there. So yes, I'm filming there. And then the other thing is, and then I walked back to the building, walked back to room 425, and then I tried to put down my permit. I changed the location to DMC. And then the front desk woman was like, yeah, the other woman you were talking to, she's gone. She just went home or something. So, but you can leave your paperwork down, and I'll put it on her desk, and then tomorrow morning, first thing, she'll sign it, and then you can pick it up. And I'm like, sure, even though I'm not going to be free tomorrow, but sure. And tomorrow's my only chance, too, because tomorrow at 1 p.m., the SPO office closes. So, yeah, I'm like, yeah, whatever, sure. So, tomorrow, I may go to campus a little early just so that I could grab that, and then go to transportation and do that, and then, get the fire and electricity and go to DPS. But if I can't finish the whole process, then it's like, you know what, who cares? I'll film without a permit anyways. Especially DMC. DMC on Sunday, there's no one there, It's a dead school. So no one's going to stop me from filming, especially given that I'll be using a gimbal. I can just run and gun. Okay, anyways, which I love. I'm a run and gun guy. Or at least, so far, I'm good at that. So, yeah, my final destination is SCA SPO office. Went there, went to third floor, I was soaking wet, and I had my first permit stamped. I had the room 258. That one is the most important one because I actually need somebody to open the room, and I'm in the building, so people will see it and people will care. So I actually do need a permit. So I waited 20 minutes, everything sorted out fine, and then I left. Waited for the bus, came back home, soaking wet, yada yada. So yeah, that's it. That's all. And then I took a shower and I had lunch, a lot of noodles. And now I'm about to hop onto a Zoom meeting with Christian R, and then a little bit later I'm going to have a call with Vivian to go through the rundown of the whole thing. It's crazy. Remain in Light, I'm shooting that in 2 days. It's really crazy. But truth be told, I'm not that stressed out about this, even though I should be. But I'm actually not that stressed out about this. If it's like objects in mirror level, like 17 people in the crew, of course I would be kind of stressed. But like, most of the shoot is just going to be me and Vivian walking around. And then I'll probably have Rachel on Saturday and Justin T on Sunday night. And I think that's good enough. I think that's perfect. No more, no less. Yeah. Jing Chen asked me if I'm free on the 17th Monday to help him prep a set. And I told him I probably can't because, like, unless it's on the soundstage, then I can come anytime. But I can't because 15, 16 I would be filming, and 17 I need to sleep in because otherwise I will die of exhaustion. Yeah. Not much else. I still need more extras for my film. So, Kaylin found another person, a black girl, which is great. I don't want all Asians to show up in the shot. This is USC. Let's have some diversity. Vivian is half white. I get it, but still. I was gonna make a joke when me, Alexis, Kim, and Christian R were in the car with Severin and the other guy. It was like, wow, there are 2.5 Asians and 2.5 white people here. That would be really funny. Yeah, same with me and Colin and Anya. When we're standing there together, it's like there's 1.5 Asians and 1.5 white people here, which is just really funny. But yeah, I hope I get to go to France with Colin. I don't know how good Colin's review writing skills are because he doesn't write long reviews on his letterbox, and I don't know, he's into very good art house films, but he's not like, he's a cinephile, but he's not ultra cinephile like Matt. But I really hope he gets into France, because if I go to Cannes and I'm stuck with Matt and 10 other strangers, then I'd be like, well, I don't know. Maybe Cannes will reject me, or USC Cannes. Anyways, enough dreaming. Last night I tried to set up the gimbal. Don't know how to work it. I'll try again tonight. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Not much else. Yeah. I don't know. Still thinking about Jayun. It's like Jayun's even more distant from me, though. I don't know why Jayun spoke to me so much in Christmas. and then she's so distant. She barely likes my Instagram stories. Like, even Leslie likes them again and again when I knew Leslie. And when I was with Leslie, like when we were friends, we actually like do talk a lot, but Jiayun just does not. Um, who knows? I ran into Ava for the ninth time, I think. Yeah. Side note: Matt liked my Instagram story. I made the Instagram story where I asked people to join as extras for my film. I reposted that 3 times. And I posted it the third time because Vivian was like, "Hey, you can tag me and then I'll repost it." Um, so I did that, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll add another line saying, "You'll be famous!" Exclamation mark, which is so stupid, but I need attention. Yes, Matt probably thought that was funny. I realized that I'm actually really funny. I'm really edgy and really not edgy at the same time. I'm like, I like to meme around and shit. Like, I make 21st century memes, and then I make like fucked up, disturbing psychological shit. So I'm a bit of an edgelord. What can I say? Yeah, time now is 9:13 a.m. in the morning. On February 13th, I slept from 5:30 ish to 9:10 ish. I couldn't immediately fall asleep. But I did finish 2 films last night. Yeah. Fuck. I'm waking up hella early today, so it's ironic because I don't even have class today. But I have to wake up insanely early so that I need to visit the location with Christian R and Alexis. And I need to be outside of Troy Hall at 11:30. And then this means I'm probably gonna go to I'm probably gonna go to school to grab my signing sheet, to grab the permit at around 10:30, which means I'm leaving this place at around 10:20. And that's like an hour from now. And then I realize I still planned a movie review because it's Valentine's Day and I need to film a movie review about no love and stuff like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. At least it's not raining right now. But yeah, I'm so tired. I didn't even have time to practice the gimbal last night. I need to practice it tonight. The biggest issue last night was the fact that I still don't have enough extras. I was really desperate. During dinner, I went to APC Slack and posted it. And then I found out that another person already did it too. The person being the Vietnamese American girl Lily I met at the end of the ABC banquet. But yeah, so I made an Instagram story just taking a screenshot of the original post and then adding, like, oh, you don't need to wear anything specific, just come for 2 hours, and then your name will be on Letterboxd. And then Justin T saw it and replied to my story saying, bro, now people are not gonna show up. And I don't really get it. But then a couple minutes later, I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. I'm trying too hard. And then another person I know replied saying, bro is getting desperate. Of course I'm getting desperate. The thing is, this filmmaking, man. Filmmaking is making my mind go crazy, and when your mind is going crazy, you do things and it seems stupid, you can't even tell. It's crazy. It's my 9th time making a short film, and I still look like a fucking idiot. And also another thing is, being forced to make a 290 film really tests how many people I actually know in USC. The thing is, I actually don't know that many people. So, yeah. Nothing else. Valentine's Day, fuck that shit. I don't care. Yeah, I had a thought last night, and that is like, not only is Jaeyoon not my type, but like, Jaeyoon might not be the right person completely because she's into situationships, which is, I bet Jaeyoon is not a virgin. The way she like acts, she's too mature. I bet she has relationship, like 5 relationships a year or something. I don't know. I don't want to think about that.
Hey, only twice this time. She motherfucking doing this. Dude, am I stupid? You're just fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna also bring something like box cutter, hammer.
Okay, no,
gloves.
that'd be sick.
Have you guys been to the studio before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah?
I shot here for 5 days.
Oh, what did you shoot?
It was in the apartment actually.
Oh, okay.
And this was, I think it was early. It was like fall of 2023. So it's been a while.
Wait a second. Okay, cool. It looks pretty similar. We got new carpet since you've been back.
Oh, nice.
We'll see how long we stay without a stain on there. Mine's all over the place. Yeah, explore around. You guys are good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Look at that new carpet skirt. Yeah, that's great.
Ooh, I like how torn this is.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Does it smell as
No,
bad as it did
the new
last time?
carpet really did a wonder for this. That was screwing with my lawn. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue room is the only one not available for filming. That's our prop storage.
Okay, great.
Separate bedroom.
In this corner, some coffee table in the middle.
We flip it.
Just flip it to the other side.
Flip it to the other side, so couch here.
How does that work?
You send me the bookshelf there.
Yeah, I don't want to shoot against that wall. I want to use.
Although, but I can bike.
We'll see. I'll look up how long it takes to walk. It's pretty close by.
I need to document this. The hard work we're doing. Damn. Damn.
It is perfect.
Yeah, lots of
If anybody comes, just say we're
Earth-
picking up, like trash.
yeah, we're construction workers. So oh, this is pretty good. Smooth. Whoa. Got some radioactive water over there. Really nice. Shit. Should have worn ugly shoes for this. Fuck. That's fuck. Okay, time now is 8:02 p.m. I'm just gonna quickly talk about today and then we'll move on. So today is quite eventful. Again, I woke up, felt like shit. I went back to sleep twice. So I woke up at 9:40 and that was like 4 hours ish of sleep. And then I went back to sleep and woke up again at 10. And then I went back and then I woke up at around 10:10 or 10:20. And then I had a pineapple bun and changed my clothes and I had to immediately leave. And I took a bus to school and thank God there's no rain. Completely zero rain. In fact, sunshine and rainbows today, actually. It was about 10:40 when I arrived at school, and I had about 40 minutes to resolve the entire signature thing. And yeah, it's not a lot of time, and honestly, I don't really care. If I can't get all the signatures in time, I'll just film illegally. Like, I've already filmed illegally so many times in my life, might as well. So anyways, I went directly straight to the bookstore, a tutor center, went to 425, and I went to the front desk and picked up my paper, which is just laying at the front, just waiting for me. The black woman who was there yesterday, she was like, it's there. I can't even see her face. She heard my voice and she's like, it's there. And I'm like, okay, thank you. So I got the thing and then I walked to the transportation office and yeah, had my thing signed, immediately signed. The woman there, the Latina woman, she saw my paper and she's like, okay, let me sign. And then she signed it and then I left. And then at that point, it was, I think, 11 a.m. already. And there's honestly no way in hell am I going to get signature 4, 5, 6, 7 all within like 20 minutes. So I also really felt really sleepy and I need coffee. I'm developing a very bad habit of drinking coffee every single week. And I think that's like bad, but I desperately need it because coffee tastes good and also it's crazy. I like coffee now. And also like I'm gonna die because I'm so sleepy. So there's this, I tried to look for Starbucks and turns out Starbucks has become Illy, like ILY, which is so interesting. Starbucks is gone. And it's also very overpriced. So I thought, well, I should just go to Coffee Bean. It's way cheaper there. So I walked to SCA and I got Coffee Bean. I got mocha latte hot. Not mocha latte, just cafe mocha hot. And then I I went location scouting just for a little bit more, just a wee bit, you know. And then that's pretty much it. And then I looked at my phone. It's like 11:15 already, and I already emailed for signature 4 and 5, like the fire safety and also the electricity woman. And I realized, yeah, they're not gonna respond immediately. I'm basically screwed. So at around 11:20, I'm like, yeah, it's late. In my head, I'm like, it's late, Zog, because of those memes like Zog. So in my head, I was like, it's late, Zog. It's late, Zog. Let's go. It's like brain rot. Like at this point, my brain is fucked. So yeah, screw permits. So I eventually, in the next few hours, got the signatures from 4 and 5. The electricity woman was really fast. She like responded within half an hour. And then I think the fire safety office responded within like 3 hours ish. But yeah, it doesn't really matter, like, because even when the fire safety office returned the email, it was already after 1 p.m. So the SPO office is closed already, so it doesn't really matter. I'm filming illegally, it's okay. They won't even freaking check. So I only have the permit for room 258, which is the most important permit anyways. So I walked to Troy East, and Christian's there. So Alexis Kim, she didn't show up today because she has church retreat. Apparently she's Christian. She's Baptist, so that's interesting. So today's location scout is going to be me, Christian, Severin, the director, and also the first AD guy, Luke, I believe is his name. Luke. So we all went to Alhambra, to this film house. So it's a fake house. It's kind of like a soundstage, but also not, because you can't deconstruct it. It is just a fake house within a big warehouse. That's the best way I could describe the place. And it's pretty good. There's a lot of furniture there that's really, that works very well. There's wallpaper, which is not great. There's a lot of props in some room. And then we only had about half an hour of time to measure everything, but I measured a lot of stuff. I drew a quick floor plan and took a bunch of photos. And yeah, part of me thinks I'm not doing enough for this short film. I'm art director, I'm supposed to do a lot. And Christian R is really putting in the work. But I feel like we worked together really well today. I really enjoyed working with him today, actually. So we sort of made it back to Troy East. And on the way there to Alhambra, we actually talked about Valentine's Day. Like, shut the fuck up. And at some point, I don't know how, but I mentioned Rocky and Miley, the deadliest DP duo. And then Christian R was like, I can't imagine dating a production designer. It's just too much. It's just insane. And I'm like, yeah, I think dating another film major is just crazy. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Christian R is dating Katie. And then Christian R was like, oh yeah, me and Katie. We're great, we're doing well, but sometimes she wants to see me and I just need to decompress. So, yeah, imagine having a girl who wants to see you and loves you, and you just need to decompress. But you know what? Christian R is a real one, because I need to decompress. Even if I'm not in love with anyone, I go home and I'm like, fuck me, I need to decompress. Yes, it's true. We're introverts. And then the guy in front, Luke, he was like, what are your guys' plan for Valentine's Day? And Christian R is like, just a dinner. And Severin's like, nah, nothing. And I'm like, yeah, nothing. Just watch a film. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, I continued, and we returned to Troy East. It was quick. It was like 1 p.m., 1:30-ish, and I continued. So I and Christian R, we went to his place, and I rested a little bit. So from 2 to 2:30, Christian R needs to be at the USC Village to attend some kind of silly meeting for his job, and it's just a bunch of mini games, and it's very stupid, and it's also like going over rules, I guess. And I was like, you know what? Let me follow you because I need to go to the USC Village anyways to print out stuff. So I went to FedEx office and printed out a bunch of shit. So that's really cool. And I ran into Matt, who was at Dulce, and I waved my hand and everything. Matt is still a elusive guy. Like, I still don't know what is up with him. He's still like a elusive little guy. So anyways, we walked back to Troy East, and Christian R's roommate is sleeping because last night he was with his girlfriend and he came home at 6 a.m. So you know what happens. And and oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Christian R wanted me and Christian to make more black goo because it's fun. But making black goo involves a cake spinner or cake machine. And it's very loud and noisy, and we don't know if Christian R's roommate would be okay with it. So Christian R's like, you know what, let's do something else. Let's get concrete. So there's this weird abandoned parking lot behind McDonald's near Gateway. And it's completely demolished. And it's just like piles of concrete and dirt and mud. And me and Christian, we grabbed some bags and gloves and we walked over there and we just started picking concrete. We sneaked into that lot. So at first, 2 weeks ago when Christian R went there, the gate is wide open. Like, you can just go in. But now it's completely blocked off. But there's still a tiny opening where you can sneak in, but you have to like, there's like a tree, there's like a palm tree, like a small palm tree. There's like wires and shit. It's like crazy. So we trespass into this place and it's just like concrete blocks. It's like those stone beaches, but instead of stone, it's like concrete. And it's like Stalker. It's radioactive, it's stinky, it's like, oh my god. And I did not prepare for this, by the way. Today I wore like semi-nice clothes but I just went in with my shoes. I have nicer shoes, and I think, yeah, but this shoes is fucked. I stepped on mud and everything. But I think it still got cleaned before I came into my apartment. Anyways, so we started collecting chunks of concrete. We went over the piles of concrete and we just started collecting them. It's really crazy how much work we're doing for this short film. I was like, damn, we should get an award. And he's like, yeah, we better fucking get one. And then I got a blue duffel bag, and he got 2 Trader Joe's paper bags, and we painfully carried 3 bags of concrete, fuck off, back to his apartment. And yeah, it was really tiring. And we did it. We also moved a bunch of packages. We put it in a big plastic bin, like a cart, so that we could push from the mail room in Troy East to his room. Or not Troy East, the main Troy lobby. The mail room has a big bin. But yeah, so did a lot of shit, and god freaking damn. So yeah, afterwards I'm like, yeah, I have to call Vivian at like 4 p.m. And then later I was like, can we call at 4:30? So I took a bus, went back home. Retablo called me twice, and I'm like, what's going on? I called him, and I had him on speaker while I was walking on the streets. And he's like, oh, today's Valentine's Day, and just want to say you're a brother, and we're good friends, and if you want anyone to talk to, just talk to me. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, you know. Keep your chin up. Have hope. It's so crazy. I went to r/lonely, the subreddit, and it's just people like saying, yeah, today's gonna be a tough day. Like, today's gonna be a really tough day, and you know, we gotta stick together. We gotta keep our hopes up. It's really uplifting. It's really there's a real sense of community in there. It's kind of beautiful, actually. But yeah, so I took a bus, went back home, took a shower, and called Vivian, and we had a 1 hour phone call, basically going through the entire schedule tomorrow, and we had a FaceTime call, and this is the moment, like, I saw Vivian, and she's actually kind of serious. She's like, okay, so do you want this shirt, or do you want that one? Okay, she holds up 2 dresses. Do you like this one or that one? Okay, so I can do this, I can do that, I can put a headband, and she demonstrated for me, and then she showed me her shoes, and I'm just like, wow, this is serious. Fuck, tomorrow's shoot is real. So, yeah. But yeah, it was really productive, and honestly, I've had worse pre-productions. I think tomorrow's gonna go smoothly. I pretty much have everything already, all the props. Actually, I don't have all the props. I'll figure that shit out tomorrow morning. But I have the equipment, I have a shot list, I have extras, kind of, and it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. So, yeah, that's crazy. And I just had this huge lunch. But yeah, tomorrow is gonna be the shoot. I think it is fate that Remain in Light is filmed right after Valentine's Day, because I'm going through Instagram, so, and part of me wants to just not even look at Instagram today, but of course I did, and it's just one after another of people posting their romantic partners, and it's kind of crazy, because like 5 years ago on Valentine's Day, it's like half the people are posting their romantic partners, and the other half just don't care, or they just talk about, oh yeah, I have a Valentine, and it's my right hand. I have a girlfriend and it's my right hand. But now it's like, oh, it's just whatever. Of course I have a romantic partner. Duh, you know? It's just a normal thing now, I guess. And it's just like, oh, you know, I don't really fucking care. Okay, let me talk about, since it's Valentine's Day, I might as well talk about this a little bit. I still want to... Okay. And my elder cousin, too. He took, like, a selfie with his girlfriend, who's British and white. Which is unfathomable. I'll never date a white person, by the way. I'll never date a white person. Nuh-uh. That's too far gone, man. That's too far gone. I'll never date a white person. I'll only date Asians, okay? Maybe Southeast Asians, but really just, you know, stick to my own culture. Yeah. But, you know, I'm just thinking, like, and I have this phone call with Bertablo, and I think I laid my terms clear. And that is, everyone's like, you'll find the right one. You'll find the right one. But no one says the right one will find you. But that should be the mentality. Because when I think about dating, I think about myself. I think myself as a beggar. Begging for money, begging for attention, begging for love. I'm on the street. I'm dirty. I'm homeless. I'm holding a can. I'm holding a cup, and I'm like, please love me, please love me, please love me. And people just walk past me, and they go, ooh, who's this fucking smelly guy? That's my mentality. And that's not healthy. Maybe it was kind of true. Like 5-6 years ago, I was truly a beggar, because I was ugly and awkward and weird. But truth be told, I'm like a better and stronger person now. I'm not perfect, far from perfect, but like, at least I socialize and do things, and I exist. The real mentality is that when you try to find the right one should also try to find you. And again, it's very difficult for me to comprehend because of my inferiority complex, because I've had a history of self-hatred. But sometimes I'm doing well, but the universe is not letting me have a girlfriend. because that's the design of the universe. Like maybe the perfect person, the right one for me, went into a room and left, and then I came into the room, not knowing that if I went earlier, I would meet her. And that's just how the world is designed, really. It's just the universe hasn't allowed me yet. And this comes off religious, and I believe in free will, but there's so many things free will can't explain. The same way how there are so many things fate can't explain. So, if the world doesn't allow me to have that experience, you know, the next Leslie, to fall in love, and, you know, then so be it. Because that is how the world is designed. And then the other thing is, missing out. Oh yeah, I have never dated before. And, how do I even explain Leslie to someone else? Like, oh, it's toxic relationship, but it's not really a relationship. It's not a situationship. It's not even, there isn't even anything. It's a would-be relationship. And it's already really toxic. But the thing is, yes, other people were in love and other people were happy, and I wasn't. I was lonely and sad. But I stand by the words of Zhuangzi, the philosopher, the Chinese philosopher, who thinks that everything is useful in some ways. Now, being sad and lonely is not desirable. But just because media and common sense tells you that sadness and loneliness is bad, don't think that sadness and loneliness is bad. I have created so much art, and I have learned so many things about myself and about life through my sadness and loneliness. And that is something that a lot of other people can't create. I always have this false idea of, if you're dating someone and you have a girlfriend, you're higher than me. But truth be told, sometimes they're lower than me. Because maybe they have dated, maybe they have had sex. But can they create a poetic, slow, depressing film? No. But I can. And yet, some people are like, well, sex is good, and films is niche. But like, what if I win awards and I bring fame and success to Hong Kong cinema, and I contribute to the culture because of my style, because of my voice, because I translate that sadness and loneliness into good art, and that good art helped a whole community. If you had sex, that's not going to help the community, really. So, in some ways, my sadness is useful. Sadness is bad, but maybe it's not that bad. So I shouldn't see my life and go, well, all of my life is wasted. 22 years and all of it is pointless because I spent all 22 years of my life angry and hateful. That's not true, because hatred can be useful. Hatred can make good art. At least for my case. At least because I know how to utilize that hatred. I know how to process it. So, yeah. This leads me to think about Jia Yun. I think Jia Yun is a false flag. At this point, I'm 99.99999% sure that Jia Yun is a false flag and is like the second coming of Pepper. Because Jia Yun is actually kind of basic. She is very active. She is okay attractive. She's okay. She's alright. And she's fun to talk to. We do have chemistry when we talked. But the thing is, Jia Yun actually doesn't care that much about me. If she does, she would have talked to me more nowadays. It's not my obligation to chase after her and think of ways to text her. Like, a few days ago, I was like, I'm gonna text Jiayun and ask her about the production design for her short film, and I'm gonna like sneak in like, ooh, by the way, let's have coffee and meet up. Like, it's not my responsibility to beg for her attention. If she isn't interested in me at all, then there's no point. It's already a lost cause. It's already a lost cause. That's the mistake I made with Leslie. It's like, yeah, Leslie and I, we talked, and it was really great. But I think when Leslie told me about the emerald necklace, and yeah, when I told Leslie that I secretly have a crush on someone, and then Leslie figured out that it's her herself, it's already a lost cause. And by the end of May and June 2023, it was already pure mayhem. Like, yeah, like there's no, obviously, Leslie and I, we had very good chemistry for a moment, and then we don't. And that's the truth. For people like Ken, it's different. I like that Ken is the new Kingsley. Ken is the guy who fucks. For Ken, it's like, yeah, man, I met a girl and I took her to my apartment and then we fucked. Because why not, man? You're so beautiful. Whoa, you're so beautiful. Whoa. Great. But it's not like that for me. Because I care. Because I take romance seriously. Because my idea of love is more than just sex. My idea of love is more than just cuteness or funny jokes and I'll treat you to good food. My idea of love runs much deeper than that. I'm looking for something much deeper. So I don't think Jiayun's looking for that. When Jiayun mentioned to me that she had a situationship a few months ago, that is already a red flag because clearly Jiayun doesn't actually care that much about relationships. She had different goals in mind. I think if anything she cares more about her own success and maybe there's a boy and we have a meal together once a week and then I have sex with him and take some selfies and then fuck off, you know? Maybe for her it's like that, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for commitment. And so far in USC, I've met 0 interesting people. There are people who are slightly interesting, but only slightly. Second of all, among those slightly interesting people, I think none of them are looking for relationships. And by slightly interesting, I would say it's Jiayun and maybe Bridget, the Singaporean girl. And I get the feeling that none of them are really like into this. Jiayun is into relationships, just in a very casual, shallow way. So it's not rocket science. It's Jiayun is not right for me. The deal is sealed, right? The deal is sealed. She's not right for me, and I don't really have that feelings for her either. Back in January, like on January 3rd and 4th, when Jiayun didn't respond to me for days, and then she suddenly said, "Oh, sorry, we can't meet." At that point, that's already, I should have already like, yeah, you know, she's not right for me. Just because a girl randomly treated you really nicely and gave you a phone call doesn't mean she's the right one. Just because you exchange letterbox accounts and Spotify profiles and talked about something slightly personal doesn't mean anything. Because she might as well do this to every other guy. In many ways, my experience with Leslie is way more intimate than with Jiayun. Let's be honest here. I ran into Jiayun twice, and I've seen her in person twice, and had very shallow conversations. That's nothing. I saw a movie with Leslie 3, 4 times. 5 times? No, 4 times. Right? It was Seven Samurai, It was Seven Samurai, it was Ron, it was 2001 Space Odyssey, it was Chungking Express. But Chungking doesn't count. I was there, we talked. I and Leslie, we actually talked in person, right? During Film 33, during the breaks. We see each other, we talked. I think she would touch me too. That sounds weird. I think she hits me and then she smiles. And she doesn't wear makeup, so her smile is like very, very plain. I like nowadays I always think of Leslie as like this monster, this unrelenting monster. But like March and April Leslie, when she was like, haha, yeah, you know, and she texts me once every 2 days. That's different though, isn't it? That's different. I wake up and I think about her and I'm like, one day I'll take her out to the movies. One day I'll go to her apartment and cook for her. I think about the future between us. Gina's nowhere near that, by the way. I'm only talking about her this much is because I'm forced to. It's like Pepper. It's like when I came to Santa Monica, I was so desperate to find someone to rely on, and I found this girl who was also a Hong Konger, who was also in film, who was the same age, who also is artsy. I'm like, holy shit, this is perfect. But yeah, that is not perfect, because deep down inside, what she's looking for, what I'm looking for, what her type is and what my type is completely different. We do not match, by the way. Like, there are at least hundreds of other Asian girls who I would match with before Pepper even comes up. So yeah, I speak too much. Yeah, so all in all, I'll wait. I'll be patient, and I'll keep meeting more people. I'll be patient, and if the right one, if the girl doesn't come, then so be it. Because the thing is, I'm also on the ROA spectrum. And if I don't have a relationship, then, you know, I should just do other things that make me happy. Make films, watch films, review films, and draw and do research on history, and just enjoy solitude, you know? Travel, adventure. I love adventures. So yeah, just forget about it. Yeah, I'm missing out, but okay, here's a great mentality. Would you rather miss out on love or force yourself into a relationship that is shallow, dumb, and unfulfilling and brief? Then I'd rather miss out. Would you rather watch Avengers Endgame, or not anyway, watch a shitty Marvel movie, or wait a long time and watch an amazing art house film? That's a good mentality. And so 2025, I'll have that mentality. I'll wait, and maybe the film comes. If it doesn't come, I'll just keep waiting. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna call the actor guy.